He gave a new face and a new demeanor to tennis. Hello great people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I trust God you are all doing fine. I'm your girl Blessing Akan, and I am super excited to have this beautiful moment with you. Are you viewing for the first time? You are welcome. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on that word subscribe. Turn on your bell icon too for you to be notified when I upload a new video. In our last episode, I talked about how to be single and happy. Today's topic is how to overcome evil with good. This topic is derived from the book titled You Can Be a World Changer, and it is the story of Arthur Ashe. So briefly, I will tell you the story of Arthur Ashe, and from his story, we will learn how to overcome evil with good. Arthur is known as a man of achievements coupled with discipline. His mother died when he was 6 years old. Arthur grew and he graduated from the college where he studied architecture and later switched to business administration so he could have more time for tennis. Arthur was a successful businessman with a great capacity to enjoy both the business of his sports and the sports of his business. He became an international tennis star and was the top-ranked men's player in 1975. He became the first black to break into the all-white world of tennis. Arthur once wrote that he wants to be seen as someone who is fair, polite, trustworthy, calm at all times. Arthur faced a lot of discrimination. People discriminating because he was a black man. Some accused him of being cold, that is, he was unfriendly. But Arthur strongly believed that a certain detachment was necessary for him to be a good tennis player in control of his game. Despite the bigotry he experienced as a black tennis player, he never responded in anger. The only time Arthur was to lose his temper was in 1975 in a tournament in Sweden, where his opponent became unbearable. He walked off the court in protest rather than responding in anger in public. Arthur still sees his opponent as friend because he invited him to his wedding, and Arthur was a wonderful and amazing father to his daughter. On Christmas days, they go out to meet other children, buy toys and give to other children. He was a man who shows love for humanity. According to the story, Arthur is also an activist in the fight against social injustice. He was even willing to be arrested during protests. Unfortunately, in 1983, Arthur had a heart surgery and he contracted AIDS from a tainted blood transfusion. His transfusion had come just 2 years before blood was routinely tested for HIV. Despite his diagnosis, Arthur Ashe did not withdraw from his public life. Rather, he continued to sensitize people on the reality of HIV and AIDS, and he addressed the United Nations on World AIDS Day in 1992, few months after he died in 1993. What can you and I learn from the story of Arthur Ashe? In a world full of evil, how can we overcome evil with good? There are 3 important things you and I need to always do to overcome evil with good. 1. Practice forgiveness and be focused. Despite the racial discrimination, the criticism Arthur faced, he was not distracted. He forgave them. He ignored and he was focused. He achieved his goals. Secondly, be kind and friendly. According to the story, Arthur's opponent was unbearable and he had a bad behavior, but he still see him as his friend and he even invited him to his wedding. In a world full of evil, be kind, be friendly. And the last point I have for you today is Be an example of change. People don't change because you tell them to change, but people change when they see you doing the right thing. Be an example of change. World changers use the strategy of overcoming evil with good. So try as much as possible to always be an example of change. Please share this video with friends. See you in our next episode. Bye for now.